In this video, I'm going to show you how to work with tables in Microsoft Word. We'll take a look at inserting a table, entering data, insert and delete columns and rows, change row height and or column width, merge cells, split cells, change cell alignment, change text direction, add borders and shading to a table, and how to insert pictures into a table. Okay, let's get started. To insert a table into a document, we'll go up to the Insert tab on the ribbon, go to the Tables group, click down, and there's two ways we can insert a table, actually three ways. First is I can drag over the grid. Second, I can hit the Insert Table menu, type in the number of columns or the number of rows. And the third way is I can draw a table. So if I click on this, just like we draw our shapes, I can go ahead and I could start drawing a table. So I'm going to choose the first method. I'm going to drag over, and I want 6 columns by 5 rows. I let go, and I have my table, 6 columns by 5 rows. Columns go down, and your rows go across. Next, I'd like to show you how to size rows and columns. Let me talk about selecting a table. When I click inside the table, you're going to see a table. It's called a resize handle or a move handle. Let's start by showing you how to select rows, columns, or the entire table. If I click inside the table, you're going to notice at the top left I have a square. That's the selection handle, and so if I just click on that, it allows me to select the entire table. If I click off of it, if I move my mouse pointer outside and to the left of the table, I get the white arrow. If I click, I can select a row. If I drag, I can select multiple rows. If I want to select a column, I place my mouse pointer above a column. I get a black down pointing arrow. I can click and select the entire column. If I continue and hold down my mouse and drag, I can select multiple columns. Our table is active when we have our insertion point somewhere in the table or we have our table selected. When our table is active, up on our ribbon, we have 2 tabs, Table Design and the Layout tab. So I'm going to click on the Layout tab. And the next thing I'd like to show you is how to size your rows and columns. So if I want to size all of my rows the same, I don't need to do that one at a time. I'll select the entire table. I'll go to my cell size group, and the height, I can just start clicking until I get the size that I would like. Individually, if I want to size a row larger or smaller than the rest, I just simply have my insertion point in that row, and I can size larger or smaller. I can also use my mouse. If I put my mouse pointer on the bottom border of the top row, for instance, I get a double-headed arrow. I can hold my left mouse down, and I can click and drag and size it to any position that I wish. Columns work the same way. So if I want to size one column different than the others, I can also click and drag the border. Entering data, I simply type. And to move forward, I could pick up my mouse. I can also just simply hit the Tab key to go to my next cell. When I come to the last cell in a row, when I hit Tab, I would go down to the next row and I could continue to type my information. When I reach the last cell in the table and I hit Tab, I'm going to insert a new row. So I'm in the last cell, I hit Tab, and as you just noticed, inserted a completely new row. That's really nice for data entry. You can keep your hands on the keyboard and keep typing. Once you have a table created, you may wish to insert another row or rows or columns, or you may wish to delete them. I'm going to start by inserting a row. I'm placing my mouse pointer in my top row because I would like a row above this row. So it's relative to wherever my insertion point is. I'm going to go to the Layout tab. We have a Rows and Columns group, and I'm going to choose to insert above. You can see that easily a new row is inserted above. If I want to insert a column, again it's going to be relative to where my insertion point is. So with my insertion point anywhere in this first column, I have the choice to insert it to the left or to the right. And I would like to insert one to the left. If I want to delete a row or column, I want to delete this last row. My insertion point's in it. I can have it selected, but I don't need to. As long as my insertion point is in the row or column I wish to delete, I'm going to be fine. So I want to delete that last row. Again, up in the Row and Columns group, I see Delete. I have a choice to delete cells, delete columns, delete rows, or delete the entire table. I want to delete that last row. At the bottom corner of my table, you see a little square. This is called the resize handle, and so if I wanted to size the entire table, I place my mouse pointer on that. I get a double-headed arrow, and I can click and I can drag in, down, out to resize my table. I'm going to go ahead and size my column for my AM and my PM smaller. I use this upper corner to select my table. This is also called the Move handle, so I can click and I can drag it to move my table. Let's talk about aligning text in a cell. And so, by default, when we started typing, or when I started typing first name, the default cell alignment is to be in the top left corner of the cell. So with my insertion point in this cell, up on the Layout tab, I have an alignment group and I have 9 choices. Going across the top, it's all going to keep my text at the top of my cell. And I can have top left, the next I click, in the middle, but on the top, and then on the right on the top. The default, top left. The next set is going to be in the middle of my cell. So I have middle left, middle center, and middle right. And then the last 3 on my grid, it's all about bottom alignment. So I have bottom left, bottom center, and bottom right. If I want to do an entire row, or an entire column, or the entire table, I would select. I don't have to do it a cell at a time, so I'm going to put these in the middle. Middle center. My top row, I'd like to put a title, and so I'm going to show you how to merge cells together. When we merge cells together, we select minimum of 2 cells, In this case, I'm going to select the entire row. I'm going to essentially erase the borders in between, so this is going to act like or become one cell. So with the cell selected, up on our Layout tab, we have the Merge group, and we hit Merge Cells. So I've decided I don't want the whole row, so I'm going to reselect. I would just like to merge these cells right here. Merge cells. Going down my first column, I've decided I also would like to merge some cells, so with that selected, and then I'm going to merge the 4 cells. So any combination, as long as it's more than one cell, you can merge cells together. If we can merge cells, we can also split cells. This bottom cell here, one large cell, if I decided now that I want it to become more than one, my insertion point's in the cell. I hit Split Cells, and I can tell the number of columns and the number of rows I want to split it. I'm going to split it into 4 columns by 2 rows. Hit OK, and that cell has been split. I don't need it split, so I'm going to click Undo. I'm going to name this Student Course Request form. I'm going to go ahead and align it to the center. Back on the Home tab, everything we've learned about changing our character formatting goes along with our table as well. So I can size it, I can give it a color, make it bold, italic, on and on. Okay, my first column, let me write Institute of Medical and Business Careers. So I want to turn my text going another direction. So let me show you how to change text direction. Again, with my insertion point in the cell, just happens to be this whole entire first column. Back to the Layout tab, the Alignment group, you see text direction. Noticing the arrows horizontally, that's the way my text is now. When I click it, it's going to read from the top to the bottom. I click it again, it's reading from the bottom to the top. And that's the way I would like it. Back to the Home tab, I'm going to change the font size. Points. Notice the way my symbols are, and I'm going to put that in the middle. Okay, changing text direction. Next, I want to insert a picture or a graphic, and I'm going to use this cell right at the bottom corner. We do it the same way as we're inserting a graphic in our document. So I'm going to the Insert tab. I'm going to choose Picture. I'm going to navigate back to my thumb drive where I have a graphic. Okay, I've located the IMBC logo. I'd like to use that, so I select it. When the graphic is initially inserted, if it's larger than the cell, it's going to distort your table. A couple of ways to handle this. I'm going to choose the easiest way for today. We talked about this in week 2. We can change the wrapping style. And so I'm clicking on the layout options, and I'm going to choose in front of text. When I choose in front of text, it's no longer inside that cell, but this allows me to size it smaller or larger till it fits in to where I would like it. Inside my table, I'm going to go now to the Table Tool Design tab. If I wanted to quickly format this table, I have this Table Styles group. I can click on the More, and I can make some styling choices. I very rarely use the Styles group. Instead, I choose to apply my own borders and shading. So if I want into this table, my insertion points, if I'd like to apply some shading to this table, I place my insertion point in the seller cells. And so my insertion point's in that top. Again, in the table styles, we're going to shading. Next, I like to add some borders. And I think the easiest way is to go to the Table Design tab. The last group is the Borders group. I have a line style. And it just picked the solid line. After I select the line style, I have my width. And then I have my pen color. My mouse pointer takes the shape of a calligraphy pen, and I can just draw over the border. Notice when I'm doing the outside border, I don't need to, well, to make a liar out of me this time. Bottom. Okay, you can see I don't always have to drag all the way across. As soon as it's a solid line, I click and I let go. I can also easily come up, change my line style, change my point width again, and change my pen color. So I control where I want my lines to go. When you're drawing, if you don't get it exactly on the grid line and you start drawing, there is no way that you're going to be able to make that happen. You just simply let go and you would start again. That's how you add borders. Speaking of borders, let me go to another table that I have created. Speaking of borders, this table here has a nice layout design, and maybe I wanted this just so I can have my text going in another direction and just things looking nice and neat, but I don't want the border. So I select my table. In that borders group, you see borders. I can drop down and I can choose no border. Now when I print this, I'm printing without a border, and it would just look like a regular flyer. So another cool feature of tables. Just completely remove the borders, do a simple or intricate design layout, and you're good to go.